From Kogi State to Bayelsa State and then to Rivers, there have been series of election violence that have resulted to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) declaring elections in those states inconclusive. There have also been losses of lives and property resulting from these cases of violence and a constant deployment of the police and the military to the troubled spots. But the Director General of the Electoral Institute, Professor Abubakar Momo, believes that military intervention can only momentarily resolve these cases of violence, and Nigeria needs to develop more scientifically technical approaches to predict the violence, mitigate and prevent their occurrence.
Militaristic approach or response to violence mitigation cannot resolve violence. It can only drive it underground or momentarily halt it, but it will bounce back demagogically to haunt us. It's an election mitigation violence tool that we want to develop that has a component of standardizing instrument of how to even predict and project on risk factors, electoral risk factors, or triggers for violence and how to mitigate it.
While the Electoral Institute is developing a working strategy for election violation mitigation, there is the proposal for up to 3 years early preparation for elections. This is expected to reduce the heat-up in the polity and create room for accountability.
People need to know their responsibilities. People need to know who can be held accountable if crimes are committed during elections. And our argument is that we don't need to start this preparation few days before elections. We will need to start these preparations years ahead to ensure that when the election comes, everybody is prepared. So it's no longer election is tomorrow, let's start today. It will not work. And that is actually a key tool in mitigating electoral violence.
Another challenge to stopping electoral violence is the failure to try and sentence perpetrators and instigators of electoral violence in a law court. This has been blamed for the increasing spate of cases of violence, which heightens with every election, as there is as yet no form of deterrence for sponsors and perpetrators. Omelogo, Nadi Channels Television News.